I did it! After seemingly an eternity, I have caught up to the very first manga I covered on this channel way back in 2014, Berserk.
Berserk, well, what can I say? It's got massive balls. Massive, 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 massive balls.
After the passing of Miura, I honestly thought there was no chance this series would be able to continue. But since it actually has, I felt compelled as such a lifelong fan of Berserk to just make some videos on it when I can on the series until it's complete. So if you're new to the channel or unfamiliar with me, I cover stuff like Attack on Titan, JoJo, Hunter x Hunter, Vinland Saga, but I've also, before I made to take them down obviously, made videos on every single adaptation of Berserk, even the bad ones. I even covered the 97 series recently on my anime podcast every single week, so links below to that. But besides, getting into Berserk again, I was unsure of what the future would hold for the series now that Miura had passed, but it seems to be in great hands, and so in today's video I want to talk about Berserk chapters 365 to 366. Let's go! 365 picks up after the pretty much bombshell twist of the boy under the moonlight growing before Guts' very eyes, of all people, into Griffith. This is something I had never expected reading Berserk for all of these years because the boy seems so docile and especially as of late, so attached to Guts and Casca, especially after Casca regained her sanity. Then, when the boy is finally revealed to be Griffith, I mean, you know it's bad. I mean, even the beginning of the chapter shows that the creatures around them can sense that something truly awful has breached Skellig. I think this also goes to show how well this boy was hidden too, because it was just a chapter ago that Danon herself said the boy's odd is pure and that he's more like a fairy, if anything else. Plus the fact that he's on Skellig proved that the boy has no evil intentions to speak of. So just why did this boy turn into Griffith? Well, I have my theories on this. We'll get into that later in the video. As Guts sees firsthand the boy turn into Griffith, Casca as well sees Griffith probably for the first time since the eclipse. Seeing him, she absolutely loses it, while Guts, well, he fares no better as he goes to make a swing for Griffith. From there, in chapter 366, Guts keeps desperately swinging with all of his might at Griffith while his attacks simply phase through him. I love the art in this moment as you can sense the desperation Guts is feeling, but as well how helpless and at a loss for words he is in this situation. After all, this is the man who branded him and his friends as sacrifice, and then even later on, when seeing him again, could barely control his temper, which he really didn't. So I don't expect any difference here. But even so, realizing there may be no answer to what is happening at this moment, the man continues to swing out of pure rage. While this is happening, Shirk and Farnese go into their luminous forms to observe what exactly is going on between these two. Almost being swallowed up by Griffith, and honestly, with his affinity for having young kids around him, not that surprising. Farnese pulls Shirk back, and from there, through her observations, it turns out in this form, Griffith is some sort of terrible maelstrom constantly absorbing everything around him. Though I don't think Griffith having such a terrifying ability is surprising either, well, or kinda. Ever since the eclipse, we've not gotten a really great read on just what exactly Griffith can do in terms of his abilities. Of course, we saw him do extraordinary things like kill the giant Ganishka, who attempted to ascend above the God Hand with ease after creating his own Bailet, no less. Even after all of these years, Griffith is able to retain this mysterious aura around him and remain so unpredictable all at the same time. As well, I don't think for a second Griffith should be trusted, especially with the previous chapter showing how he's building his kingdom. Because it is this moment, combined with the stuff that's happening in his kingdom, and as well, what's happening to the world right now that makes me think Griffith is up to something awful. Though, before, I would have never expected Guts and Casca to be involved with that. Now, I'm not so sure. But that's the thing. If my hunch is the case here, and Guts and Casca are somehow involved with Griffith's plans, what exactly are they? My head immediately goes to finally sacrificing Guts and Casca, as they are obviously still branded for sacrifice, though have been able to dodge it up till now. That being said, I'm still not sure just exactly what he's up to. I hope we do get that revealed in the next couple of chapters, as we've had these few to finally show Guts and the crew finally get some rest and time to be happy, something that they have desperately needed. This brings us to the final moments of this chapter, which have me so freaking excited. Zod arrives to seemingly face Guts in what I hope is them fighting again, even if only for a bit, though I could see this fight going a little short. Reason being is simply because there seems to be some sort of mutual respect as warriors still going on between the two, and I think that thread in their character may grow into the immortal Zod shifting his alliances from Griffith towards the Black Swordsman. While this is just a theory, I think by doing so, it may give Guts the chance he needs to fight Griffith and change the tides of this upcoming war they may be involved in. Obviously, that's just a feeling at the moment and nothing more, as I have no real evidence to back that claim up. It's just something I want to see. Anytime Guts gets to ride Zod though, oh, bad phrasing, I know. It's such an epic moment, especially when they fought Ganishka. That stuff was hype. Honestly though, between you and me, I like these chapters quite a bit. They seemed much more like bridge chapters, whereas the last couple seemed more like it was building to something, especially with re-establishing characters like Casca. Though I gotta admit, the most intriguing thing about this is where the story is headed moving forward without Miura. I know that the people in the studios working on this project are either close friends with Miura, trusted confidants, or lifelong friends, so I think the story is in a great place as of now. I will say, personally speaking, it is just weird though. You know, not reading Berserk written and drawn by him any longer. It feels so out of place in a way, but I can't lie. These chapters felt 100% like they were Berserk. The people in charge are doing wonders with the art direction and story already, so I'm really glad with how everything is going. Obviously, of course, rest in peace, Miura. One of the good guys, that's for sure. As for future Berserk videos, if you guys want to see them, make sure to first and foremost drop a like, then just comment what is something you'd like to see me talk about. As I've stated before, I'm a lifelong fan of this series, so I'm very passionate for this world. Anything you guys suggest, I'll probably take seriously. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you're new to my channel, check out some of my videos on Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, and tons more. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.